Hi everybody, this is the screencast for Aeneid's Book 1, lines 539 through 550. In this section, Aeneas is talking to Dido, and he requests her assistance as they're stranded in Carthage with all of their boats destroyed. He doesn't know yet if Aeneas is alive or not, because Aeneas is still enveloped in the cloud that Venus put around him. These lines are part of his whole speech to Dido. Quod genus hoc hominum, quae hunc tom barbara morem permittet patria, hospitio prohibemur Herenae, bellicient primaque vetant consistere terra. Alright, to start off, Aeneas asks, what race of men, and then an implied est, is this? Or what land so barbaric permits this custom? Next we have, we are kept away from the hospitality of the sand. This is a ablative of separation. And they rouse war, and they prevent, and then an implied us, to stand on the first land. So prima here with terra refers to the shore which the sailors, the Trojan sailors, see first in Carthage, which they should first touch when they reach shore. And he's referring here to the fact that Carthaginian ships actually attacked the Trojans before they reached land. All right. Si genus humanet mortalia temnitis arma, atsperate deus memores fondi atque nefandi. Okay. To begin this section, Aeneas states, if you scorn the human race, and mortal weapons, but, and then sperate here is sort of the meaning of expect, this starts an indirect statement, that the gods, and you have to imply an essay here, that the gods are mindful of right and of wrong. So fondi and nefandi were actually originally gerunds, because as you can see from the nd, but and it referred to like their meanings of being utterable or not utterable. But since they have lost their meanings and now are translated purely as right or wrong. Another interesting thing to note is the genus humanum mortalia arma is actually an example of chiasmus. Okay. Rex erat Aeneas nobis, custior alter, nec pietate fuit, nec bello maior et armis. Okay. So we had a king, Aeneas. And this section is a little confusing, but then whom was neither more just in duty nor greater in war and arms. And so it's confusing because we think that alter should be the subject, so it should be who one was more just in not duty, but in this case actually the neque is in referring to the alter, so it's more like then no one or neither. Okay. Quem si fata virum servant, si vescitur aetheria, neque adhuc crudelibus occubat umbris, non metus officio nec te certasse priorem paeniteat. Okay, so first the quem here, since it's referring back to the previous slide, it's more of a continuation from the last sentence, so we have to kind of imply an and here. So, and if the fates protect which man, if he feeds upon the ethereal air, which is basically, in other words, a meaning that he's still breathing and alive, not yet should he lie dead among the cruel shadows. And then we have to imply there is no fear. This next section is also a little weird, but basically it says, nor may it ever grieve you to have been first, to have contended in duty. And so we actually have to imply a to have been, or a form of essay here. So this basically is saying that Aeneas is trying to tell Dido that if she does decide to help the Trojans, and it doesn't matter if Aeneas is there or not, that she will never live to regret the decision that she makes to help them. All right, last section. So, Sunt et Siculis regionibus urbes armaque, Traianoque a sanguine claros acestis. Okay. There are, and then et in this case can be taken as etiam, or so there are even cities and arms in Sicilian regions, and the famous Acestes from Trojan blood. Here, Aeneas is reassuring Dido that the Trojans are not actually completely empty-handed, but back in Sicily they have resources that could help them, and actually they might even have a leader that, if they needed, to replace Aeneas. So that's the end of this section. Thank you so much for watching.